Hiya, it says I'm going live. I'm just checking. Yep, going live on YouTube. And let's just check Facebook. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Going live on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you would like a reading, then please let me know. You can just put yes, please in the comments if I've read for you before. If I haven't, I do like to have your date of birth. And I know a lot of people don't like to give their date of birth publicly, but the reason I ask for it is because it enables me to access your Akashic records with your date of birth and your permission, of course. I can access your Akashic records, and that helps the guidance through the cards. So let me know if you would like a reading, and I will read for you. And I should be able to tell. I'm just checking that I've got the comments up here, and that I can be heard okay. Okay, let me know if you want a reading. So those of you that are seeing me on Facebook, you can check out the link and see my YouTube channel. And those of you that are on YouTube can check out the Facebook and find me on Facebook as well. So let's do a reading while I wait for people to comment. I'm just gonna okay, just checking that I can see comments. Okay. So anyone that is in the UK, I am coming to the UK next week, and I am doing a workshop in Lewes in Sussex on Saturday, the 5th of July. That's a Heal Yourself with the Emotion Code, learning the emotion code, and being able to identify and release your own trapped emotions using the emotion code. That's on Saturday, the 5th of July. And then again in Ramsgate in Kent on Saturday, the 12th of July, where I will be offering that workshop as well. And on Sunday, the 13th of July, I will be, hi Felicity, I will be in Margate, Birchington in Margate, at a fair. And I will be offering taster sessions of my card readings, soul readings, and the emotion code. So if you're in the Margate or Thanet area, come and find me at the fair. If you want to learn the emotion code, come and find me at Ramsgate on the 12th of July or Lewes on the 5th of July. Okay, hi Felicity Morley. Thank you for your comment. And you've got your date of birth. You are a good girl. You followed the instructions really well. Let's do, is there a particular question? I think I did call this. I just said that. It was 444 time-wise. I did call this Ask the Card. So if you have a specific question, feel free to ask it. Otherwise, I'm just going to see what's coming up for you, Felicity. And I see that you're on YouTube. Brilliant. Brilliant. I would like people to go to that YouTube channel, not just for my sake, for subscribers, but for, oh, that came out for you, Felicity, for the free content that is there. So just let me say something about my YouTube channel. It's full of free content. I have a whole section called Lessons in Awakening, which start with understanding that you're a multidimensional energy being. And it talks about the role of emotions in your life and how they affect your frequency, your health, and the quality of your life, and the life that you're creating. And thoughts, the power of thoughts, and how we create our reality. One of my most popular videos is how we create our reality. Really important point if you want to create a better one for yourself. There's also a whole section on self-healing techniques with the emotion code, of course, but also brain integration. There's the tapping, there's breathing, there's all sorts of self-healing techniques there. There's interviews and chats that I've done with various people. And there's also my weekly and monthly messages through tarot. So check out the YouTube channel, because there is just so much free content there. Okay, Felicity, you have 2 cards. They're face down. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Felicity, this is for you. I'm assuming that you're this side of the pond, because so that's the 4th of June. Is that the 4th of June? That makes you Gemini. As opposed to the 6th of April, if you were over in America. So I'm going to assume that that's 4th of June. The 3 of Wands is a beautiful card, Felicity, because what it's saying is that it comes after the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands, 2s are always decisions. And the 2 of Wands is about making a moral decision. It's like the 2 of Wands is about making a stand. You might be leaving a job for one that's less paid, but it's more in line with your heart and your beliefs and your morals. It's about following your moral compass. And sometimes we do have to downsize and stuff like that to do the right thing. Do you know what I mean? Or sometimes we have to rock the boat a little bit, even if it's our own little boat that we're rocking, because we sometimes need to make a stand and stop selling our soul. You know, we've got to stop selling our soul. So the 2 of Wands is about making that decision to follow. Wands are not typically heart, but I want to say follow your heart, but follow your moral compass. That's what it's more about, morals, I think, doing what's right. Wands are fire. It takes courage to take that step. And the fact that you've got the 3 of Wands tells me that you've already taken that step. So the 3 of Wands is the fruition that comes from having taken that step. It's a little bit like a leap of faith, because, you know, it's almost like you're making a stand. It's physical action in the physical world. It doesn't have to be about your work. It's about something that you felt you had to do. You might have left a group of friends, you might have left an activity, you might have done something whereby you just thought, I've got to do this because it doesn't feel right. It's not in alignment with who I really am. And this card is telling you that you are getting your rewards from having made that decision. Because if you look carefully, you will see that there are ships coming in. So he's looking out over the shores of heaven on earth, and his ships are coming in. And the reason that his ships are coming in, Felicity, is because he made that moral decision in life, and he took action in the direction of that moral decision. And now his ships are coming in. So you're getting your rewards now for having made that decision and having made that stand. Now, this is also a card of collaboration, but it doesn't look like it because there's only one person in it. So for me, this is about collaborating with the non-physical world, which basically could be your passed over loved ones. It could be your spirit guides. It could be your galactic family. A lot of people are in touch with their galactic family and they're getting messages. A lot of people are channeling, you know, Arcturians, Sirians, what have you, Palladians. Could be angels, of course. A lot of people are connected to angel consciousness. They're all different forms of, you know, expanded consciousness that we can tap into to help us on our journey. Could be archangels. So he is in collaboration with all of those. And it could also be in the dream state. So you could be getting a lot of support in your dream state, as in you're being guided. You're being guided. Maybe you're not even aware of it sometimes in your dream state. So yeah, there is collaboration there. So whether you're aware of it or not, you're being guided. Yeah, through your intuition, Hi, divine timing. You're being, Felicity, you're being guided through your intuition. Wherever that's coming from, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, but your intuition is spot on and is taking you where you need to go, because your second card, Felicity, is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, knights are always positive cards. Horses are positive movement forward, and the Pentacles typically is career and finances. Just one sec, I've got to let my dog in. He's being a pain at the door. Sorry there. He was going to scratch that door down if I didn't let him in. So the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is typically career and finances, okay? I think this is about a job, to be honest, Felicity. But Pentacles is also your resources, and it's abundance of all kinds. So it can also be your health, your happiness, your joy, and all forms of abundance. And the horse is going quite slowly in this card, because Pentacles is earth, and earth is the earth element, and the earth it's stable, it's secure, which is good. The movement that you've gone into is stable and secure, but it might just feel a little bit slow. So let me know if any of that resonates with you, Felicity, because hi, Angela, because I think you might be thinking that there's slow progress going on, and the cards are saying, just stick in there. Your ships are coming in. The rewards are coming. You've made the right decision, and you are going in the right direction, and things will start speeding up. But it is about you enjoying the process and detaching from the outcome and all those other spiritual lessons that happen. So yeah, there's something exciting going on here. This is definitely a positive card and a positive move forward for you. Does that resonate, Felicity? I don't know if it does or not, but that's what the cards are saying. So yeah, I hope that helps. Divine timing, yes, I will do a reading for you. Okay, I read for you before, haven't I? Remember, but I don't remember who you are because you're hiding behind that name. Hi, Simona. To understand how to comment. What? Oh, it resonates. Oh, thank you, Felicity. Thank you for that. I appreciate that feedback, Felicity. Well, yes, so keep going with it, Felicity. Keep going. There was definitely a message of keep going. You're going in the right direction. Enjoy the journey, and don't doubt yourself. Just enjoy the journey as it goes, because it's going from strength to strength. And once you let go, this is what's so powerful about it. Once you let go of needing to go in any particular direction, you'll find that whatever it is that's coming, those ships coming in will come in a lot quicker. Needing nothing attracts everything. That's a really lovely phrase. Needing nothing attracts everything. Whereas when you're sitting there waiting and waiting for something to happen, you know, what you resist persists. So if you've got resistance to that not coming in, then that not coming in is going to persist. Does that make sense? So there is a little energy there, Felicity, of letting go and just trusting. I trust in the process of life. That is a beautiful one. If you like affirmations, Felicity, I trust in the process of life, and I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. There's another affirmation for you, Felicity. So good luck with all of that. I hope that helps you. Thank you so much, Felicity. Sending you lots of love. Divine timing. Rhoda, yes, I have read for you before. Here we go. We're jumping in. You have got the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, that is fantastic. So the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent card. Now, whether you're in a partnership or not, thank you, Simona. So divine timing, whether you're in a partnership or not, it doesn't matter, but you do need your freedom at this time. So you need to be with somebody who understands your need for freedom, because this is a very independent card. Now, she has got these 3 pentacles here, which is money, but it's also resources. It's her time, it's her energy, it's her resources, and she's keeping that for herself. So she always has enough. She looks after her energy. She makes sure she has time for herself. She loves what she's wearing. She's swanning around the garden, enjoying the animals, enjoying nature, right? So this is really important. She enjoys the little luxuries in life. So this card is saying, this is you. This needs to be you. If you don't feel like it's you, it needs to be you. You need to enjoy the little luxuries in life. Make sure you've got enough time, money, and resources to look after yourself and to do the things that you love, where you love, with who you love. Now, these pentacles, she's investing. Now, she's investing these in whatever she wants. So that could be herself, it could be her wardrobe, it could be her health, it could be the charities that she wants to support. She could be buying all sorts of things. She could be giving it away to people. It really doesn't matter. But she knows that these pentacles can be spent, time, money, and energy, on doing whatever it is that raises her frequency. So that could be looking after other people. That could be traveling, it could be getting all the things she needs together in order to offer her divine services to the collective, whatever it is. But she's definitely happy to invest all of this. Okay, it's available for her to spend however she sees fit. So there's a very independent energy about this card, and a reminder to enjoy what you do and to enjoy nature and just enjoy living life. Now, the card that's come with it, which is beautiful, is the Knight of Wands. Now, Wands is physical action in the physical world. Knights are positive movement forward. And this horse is raring to go, right? And this is the card in tarot that has the greatest capacity for change. So this is for divine timing. There is change coming in. Big change coming in for you, but you're being asked, divine timing, Rhoda, you're being asked to stop worrying and just start enjoying and start investing in yourself, because you might be thinking, I can't afford that, I can't, charity begins at home and stuff like that, but it doesn't work like that, because there's something called karma. So the more that you invest in other people, the more the collective will invest in you. So that's why I call it an investment. It's an investment of time, making sure you understand that where you put your attention, where you spend your time, where you spend your money, where you spend your love, your energy, that is you giving whatever it is permission to stay in your life. So do not be spending time, money, or energy on things that you do not want to keep in your life. Because if you do, you're going to start resenting them. But there is only the now moment. There is only the now moment, and everything exists in the now moment. But we only get to experience that which we resonate with. And if we're spending our time, money, and energy on things that we don't want in our future, we're keeping ourselves from accessing, frequency-wise, that future. Does that make sense? And we're keeping whatever it is that we don't want in our now moment. Everything has to be done in the now moment. You can't sit there waiting, one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that, because there is only the now moment. And it's the now moment that is so powerful. It's our creative PowerPoint, and it's the stillness and intention of the now moment that actually creates for us. So this is a message to focus on your time, money, and energy on the things that you do want to keep in your reality. And by doing that, these big changes are going to come in. Does that make sense? Does that resonate, divine timing? I would love to hear if it does or not. Feel free to ask me a question, a follow-up question, divine timing. I would be happy to answer. I'm struggling with time management and amount of responsibilities, so not sure what the best possible way to do things and not to be overwhelmed. If any card is coming my way, catch it, please. Let's read for Simona. Thank you, Divine. Oh, brilliant. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Divine Timing. Exactly. Yes, it does. Perfect. I am glad. Always a pleasure to read for you. Sending you lots of love. Simona, let's see what's going on. So your problem is with time management and the amount of responsibilities. That sounds like the 10 of Wands to me. The best possible way to do things and not to be overwhelmed. Right. Well, okay. We had some falling out there. So let's just have a look. You've got this one too. You've got the Knight of Pentacles as well. We've just had him. So progress seems slow. This is for Simona. Progress seems slow at the moment. But don't worry, because knights and horses are always positive movement forward. And pentacles, as we said, it can be money. It's usually money in tarot. But remember, Simona, this is what I want to say to you. That if your business is making you lots of money, then it's considered to be a success. Agreed? Regardless of whether you're happy, healthy, or in love. Now, we are changing paradigms now. We are creating heaven on earth. If you want to live in the old rat race where you've got to work your ass off, feel free. You can stay there. But the rest of us are creating heaven on earth where we don't work hard. We play easy, okay? And we do what we love. We do what we're good at. We do what we enjoy. So this is not about running yourself ragged, right? There is no point, because when you understand, this is a really important point, Simona, when you understand that your future is being created in every moment from your frequency and not your bank account. Your future is not being created by how much hard work you're doing. Your future is being created from your frequency. So everything outside of you is a holographic projection of your perceptions and the frequency of your thoughts and emotions. So working with your frequency and raising your frequency and releasing low frequency emotions and releasing low frequency thinking is the most important thing you can do in the world, for the world, because the more that you can create peace and harmony and joy and love and abundance in the cells of your own body, the more you are contributing that to the collective. And the collective world needs peace and abundance and harmony and all those lovely things. So the way that we contribute that to the world is by creating it inside of us. So if you're running like a headless chicken, we say in English, then you need to definitely slow down. So one of the things to remember is that stillness is the access point to acceleration. Not running around, not doing more. Doing less actually will accelerate you more. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's a quantum truth. If you want to go faster, you've got to slow down. And that's exactly what you've got. Two other cards. This card, the Four of Swords, is about slowing down. Look at him. And swords is mental processes. So this is about you thinking differently. Now, there's some of those responsibilities that you're talking about that are not yours, and they need to go. And other ones of those responsibilities, you can reframe them by choosing to perceive them differently. You can choose to perceive them not as responsibilities, but as joys, as activities that bring you joy. Okay, especially if they're family related or looking after animals or, whatever the bits that you enjoy the most. Okay, so this is about you taking more time for yourself. So some of those responsibilities you might be programmed to do. You might be sitting there thinking, I've got to do it because it makes me money, or I've got to do it because I had a contract to do it. I've got to do it because I told somebody I would do, all the wrong reasons. The responsibilities that you need to keep are the ones that bring you the most joy. They're the ones that you're best at. They're the ones that light you up. They're the ones you want to keep. And this card is telling you to take more time out for yourself. This card is a retreat, relax, and rest card. There is an energy of worry and anxiety that comes with this card, but it's the kind of worry and anxiety that can be alleviated quite simply by taking time out. He is just lying there in meditation, just having a salt bath or whatever, but also he's on his own, because there's something about solitude here as well. Time on your own, in solitude, resting. Now, resting doesn't always have to be lying down doing nothing. Resting can be a change is as good as a rest. So just doing something. It could be walking in nature. It could be just practicing some yoga on your own, or just cooking your favorite meal on your own. It doesn't have to be lying down in stillness in that way. It's about stilling the mind. But it is important that you take time out for yourself, because look, your third card is the Ace of Wands. Now, Wands is physical action in the physical world, and aces are new action in the physical world. The cloud here in tarot represents coming in from the divine. So this is what we would call new divine action, right? But you only get this new divine action, Simona, if you follow the advice of the cards, which say take time out. You don't get this from working hard. It's divine action. Divine action comes from you quietening the body and quietening the mind. Divine action is born out of stillness, not out of running around. So that's a very clear message for you, lovely. Very clear. So yes, stillness is the access point to acceleration. There's divine action for you, but running around like a headless chicken is not going to get you there. Stopping, breathing, calming the mind, stilling the body, bit of solitude. It will be amazing what comes up. Let go of needing to do anything. And understand, it's easier to understand. I'm going to give you homework. 30 years of school teacher. You go to my YouTube channel, because you're on Facebook at the moment, right? Go to my YouTube channel. The link should be above somewhere. And check out my video in Lessons in Awakening. I can't remember what number it is, but it's called How We Create Our Reality. And check that out, because when you understand how you create your reality, and you understand that it's based on your frequency, then you understand that your frequency is the most important thing. Not money, not status, not pleasing everybody else, not doing what you're programmed to do, just your frequency. The higher your frequency, the better quality of life you're going to have, the better health, happiness, joy, abundance. So nurturing your frequency, that means working with your emotions, working with your thoughts, and just resting and following the guidance that comes in when you're in those moments of stillness. There you go. I think that was quite clear, wasn't it? I am sending you so much love, Simona. I really am. Okay, struggling. Yeah, a lot of emotions, and forget to just enjoy the moment for what it is. Yeah, divine timing. I think that's the same for all of us. It really is. Hi, John. Nice to see you. Yeah, we have to enjoy the moment for what it is. There is only the now moment. There is only the now moment, because you can never when you think about the past, right, it's only ever a thought. You can't go back there, can you? You can't go back there. I mean, you can visualize it, but it's only a thought, isn't it? You can never go back. And the future is only a thought. You can think about the future, you can visualize it, but you can never go there. Well, I don't know, some people might argue with that, but you know what I mean. My point is that the past and the future are thoughts. And we can change our thoughts at any time. That's why reframing the past is so important and so well talked about at the moment. That you have an event in the past that has attached, your thinking about that event is attached to negative emotions. So you change your thinking about that event, perceive that event from a different perspective, and then you've released the negative emotion. And this is how we end up, having unconditional love for everybody. And when you have unconditional love for everybody, that is actually you having unconditional love for yourself. Because when you feel unconditional love for somebody, it feels really lovely inside. But when you feel negative emotions, it doesn't feel lovely inside. So actually, it's all about you having unconditional love for yourself and making sure that the feeling you have inside of you is always lovely and peaceful and still, even when you're observing the turmoil. This is about observing the turmoil from a place of peace, because you lowering your frequency and entangling with the turmoil doesn't help anybody in the turmoil. It adds to the turmoil. This is why it's so important. And a lot of people say, oh, you're putting your head in the sand. You're not spending time, money, and energy on all these causes. There are so many things going on in the world, so many injustices, so many atrocities. You cannot petition all of them. You cannot donate to all of them. You cannot spend your time on all of them. You cannot talk about all of them to raise people's awareness. All of those things being, things that we kind of instinctively want to do as humans. But the point is, lowering your own frequency is not going to help anybody. In fact, it's going to just entangle and keep it all there in the now moment. And then that will be your contribution. That low frequency that you are now entangling with will be what you create from. And that's not what we want for the world. We want peace. So we have to create it inside. And this is our biggest challenge in life, is being able to observe the atrocities in life from a place of peace and unconditional love, and feeling your heart expanding with love and compassion for everybody that's affected. And for yourself. So you can still feel, obviously, but rather than feeling the bitterness, the anger, the resentment, the revenge, all these negative emotions, if you're feeling those and acting upon them, then you are creating that, and you're keeping those atrocities in the collective field, which is what we don't want. We want to raise the consciousness level of the collective field to peace. And that's not spiritual bypassing at all. You feel the emotions. You can observe things, and if it triggers something within you, you feel that emotion. But you don't have to become it, because when you become the emotion, what you're doing is you're contributing that to the collective. So if I feel anger, if I allow myself to become angry, then I'm contributing anger to the collective. And I think the collective has enough anger, don't you? Whereas if I can feel that anger and process it and sit with it in stillness and observe it while it moves around my body, while it processes, so I can observe anger without becoming angry. I can observe frustration without becoming frustrated. We can observe, the emotion without becoming it. Because when we become it, that's when we entangle with it, and that's when we create from it from a quantum perspective. When we observe it, we're processing it. So we're not doing any spiritual bypassing, because it's very uncomfortable feeling these emotions, but we're keeping the physical body still while we observe it from an expanded state of awareness, with a heart open with love and compassion for everybody involved, most importantly yourself, so that you can maintain that stillness while you're processing that emotion, if that makes sense. It's really important that we do that, so that we can keep that heaven on earth feeling in your heart. Nothing is worth your heaven on earth. It takes a lot of practice. And there was that famous poem, wasn't there? Was it Rudyard Kipling that said, if you can keep your head while all around you lose theirs, or something like that? It is that peace, isn't it, in the eye of the storm. But it's really important to understand how we create our reality and using the 7 Hermetic principles. And it's really important to understand that the emotion that you're feeling is your contribution to the collective. And so looking at the world from that higher perch, as Pam Gregory always says, looking at the world from that perch. And for me personally, what helped me with that was looking at everything from a soul level. So I've done a lot of work with the soul level. I do soul level readings. I do Akashic record readings. And my second book, which is available from Amazon, is called Heal Your Soul. And when you look at things from a soul level, you realize that actually our souls have chosen our destiny, and we've chosen our path. And we have all chosen our adversity. I know it sounds a bit bizarre. Why would anyone choose to go through this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because from a soul level, they know that when you heal yourself, you heal the collective. Because you are the whole universe in one human being. Like Rumi says, you're not just a drop in the ocean, you're the whole ocean in one drop. So you're not just a human being in the universe, you're the whole universe in one human being. So when you look at it from a soul level, we have all chosen our own adversity because we know that we're going to grow. We know that we grow through adversity. It was Bernie Siegel in his book, Love, Medicine and Miracles, who said, when you experience an emotional trauma, you're going to grow. Whether you grow spiritually or whether you grow a tumor, the choice is yours. And that sounds really harsh, but it's just a quantum truth, that we grow stronger from our adversity. But we all know that. We look back at our life and we see how we've grown. From the troubles, the suffering, and the challenges that we've had in life, whatever scale they may be, we've learned something, haven't we? And that's what it's all about. And we've evolved. And that's why we're evolving into a level of consciousness whereby we can forgive. We have the practice of forgiveness, which is on that map of consciousness, which is we need to master the acceptance and forgiveness if we want to access that state of being called love, where love is not just an emotion, but it's a state of being. And we need to, access those levels of consciousness whereby we can forgive and things like that. And I think the older the soul, the more adversity we create for ourselves, the more suffering we create for ourselves, because we know that by healing ourselves, we are healing the collective, because that's how it works. So we kind of sometimes bite off more than we can chew. And then to make the game more fun, we choose to forget, don't we? We incarnate and forget it all. Because if you knew the end of the game or the end of the film, then it's not worth watching it, is there, or playing the game? So yeah, it's processing emotions is what it's all about. Processing emotions is what it's all about. That was, I think I went off on one there, didn't I, Divine Timing? I read your comment and then went off on one. Cool use of technology. Are you impressed, John, that I'm streaming on 2 platforms? Thank you. Let's pull a card for you, John, now that you've complimented me. Is this live? I think I just lost the comments. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm live anyway. Okay, here's a card for John. Do we have a card for John? Thank you. Oh, you're in two minds, John. You're in two minds about something. You know, this one has the moon. The moon represents subconscious fears, and this one, of course, she can't see it. This is about little leaps of faith. We have leaps of faith all through life, don't we? Because it's like taking little risks, and we hold ourselves back because this is our comfort zone. So you're in a comfort zone and you've got an opportunity to take a little, it's not a massive leap of faith, but it's to take a step into the unknown. I mean, I could pull another card, but I don't think I need to, because I'm just going to say, take this step, John. Take this step. I don't know what it's about. It's not a major life-changing one, because otherwise that would be the Fool, or it'd be an Ace or something like that. But the twos are decisions. Swords are mental processes. So that's your thoughts and your beliefs. Maybe you're shifting your thinking, you're shifting your beliefs. You know, maybe, like, for example, you'll start believing in the non-physical world, right? But you're like, but you can't see. She can't see. I can't see the non-physical world. So I don't know, but there's something in your heart that's telling you that there are angels and there are galactic families there, and there are all these lovely things going on in other dimensions, you know. And so maybe you're just choosing to believe it. And this card is saying, go with it, go with it. Because our comfort zone, the thing about now, 2025, is our comfort zones are not very comfortable anymore, are they? If your comfort zone is no longer comfortable, then you've got to take that leap of faith, haven't you, into the unknown. So not sure what that's about, John, but I hope it resonates. Kerry Ann McElroy. Thank you for reminding, raising frequency and heads up. Stillness is definitely not here. So much to take care of. You read me so well. Time out is so much needed. Productivity through relaxed, calm mind. Exactly. It's actually the most productive thing. It's just, it sounds counterintuitive. That's the thing, isn't it, Simona? But it isn't. Trust me, it isn't. Because when you take your time out to have that stillness, that's when the juicy guidance comes. And a juicy guidance is your divine action. So that's beautiful. I would love to know if I'm on the right path to find the balance I crave. Kerry Ann McElroy. To find the balance I crave. Right. Balance. You know, balance is an interesting one, isn't it? Balance. Because, you know, we are energy beings. We are energy beings, and in fact, energy, you know, we talk about harmony because it's sound as well, isn't it? It's all sound frequency. So there's harmony, there's discord, and there's harmony, isn't there? And the balance is actually, it's all an energetic thing, isn't it? And the balance works on all levels, doesn't it? Because as energy beings, you know, if we were hearing a horrible noise, that would make our frequency, you know, that would give us discord, you know, within the cells of our body. If we've got trapped emotions, you know, in a particular organ or in our heart or somewhere on our physical body, that's going to give us an imbalance, isn't it, on a physical level? But also we can have an imbalance with the amount of time that we spend. Like, you know, you might have some friends that you enjoy seeing, but then when you see them every day, you start feeling a little bit like this because you don't need to see them every day. There's other things that your soul wants you to do. So the balance that you crave, outside balance, the balance that you perceive as being outside of you, right? So there is nothing outside of you, right? This is a quantum truth. There is nothing outside of you. Everything outside is a reflection of the inside. We know this from the second Hermetic principle, which is the principle of correspondence, as within, so without. So if you're craving balance in your work play life, or in your family and work life, or if you're craving balance in your outside world, Kerry, you have to find the balance on the inside. So I don't know you well enough, but the first thing I want to say is yoga, standing on one leg. That's what I would do. I would get a mat out. I would find a beautiful view, stand on one leg and just stand there, and look at the view. If you're really good at doing that, you do it with your eyes closed. I haven't got to that stage yet. But just any balance that you improve on the yoga mat will be reflected back to you in your life. So there's also balance can be found through diet as well, of course, but balance is also like sound healing. Sound healing is one of the best ways to balance your frequency. Taking time out, like we just said to Simona, taking time out so that you've got time on your own and that stillness. One of the biggest problems that we have as humans is that we have this program that you have to go to work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And we can't shake that. Well, we should shake that. We need to shake that. Because that's why a lot of people don't take time out. And even when they do take time out, they just take a couple of hours, or they might be lucky to have a weekend away. The new paradigm, heaven on earth, that we're creating, we're not going to work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We're all doing whatever we want, when we want, So, and you're doing what you love and what you enjoy and what you're good at. So, you don't mind doing it more, but there's a lot more flexibility, I think, and everybody's sovereign. So everyone's kind of working for themselves. I don't like the phrase self-employed though, because that's again a phrase from the old paradigm, isn't it? Okay, this is for Kerry Ann McElroy. Whoa, yes, what's going on here? Talk about imbalance. Yes, Kerry, there is an imbalance here. The Hanged Man, I'm not surprised the Hanged Man is coming up now, because I've been talking a lot about stillness. The Hanged Man is enlightened. He's a major arcana card. He's hanging from the tree of truth. He doesn't look like he's taking action, does he? Because the message with this card is don't force action. Don't force action. If it doesn't feel right, if you're going to work with a heavy heart, that's not the job for you. If you're doing something with a heavy heart, the heavy heart is speaking to you loud and clear. So it's about don't force action. If you feel like you're pushing a rock up a hill, stop it. And take time out. His stillness is the access point to acceleration, but that doesn't mean he's not taking action. The thing about the Hanged Man is he's so in his flow that when he takes action, it flows from him, and it's choiceless. He doesn't have to think about it, and it's effortless. He doesn't have to try, and it fills him with joy. So there's no heaviness involved. So it's not about not taking action. It's about being still until you find the divine action will flow through you. But Kerry, this card is coming up for you as well, which is the Five of Pentacles. Fives in tarot, they show the adversities in life. They show the challenges in life. And Pentacles is typically money. But also with my interpretation, it's abundance, it can be health, it can be time. And so, yes, this is a card of scarcity, and it implies that you feel, doesn't mean that it's the case, but it implies that you feel like you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough time, or you don't have enough energy, right? But that's all in your perception. And so you might also be doing what Simona was doing and running around trying to get more done in time. Well, you know that time is actually relative. I mean, you know that time only exists in the third and fourth dimension. You must have had experiences where time speeds up and time has slowed down. So that's proof that time doesn't really exist. So don't worry about time, because it's not about running around trying to get more done. It's about following the advice of the Hanged Man and hanging from a tree. I mean, look, if he was up the other way, he's literally doing tree pose. That's what I just said. Balance, I just said, on the yoga mat, stand there and do tree pose. That's pretty much what he's doing, only he's doing it upside down. the thing about him being upside down is that he's seeing life from another perspective, and then you're being invited now to see your whole life from a different perspective. And I'm going to recommend for you too, Kerry, that you have a look at the video in my Lessons in Awakening on YouTube, because you're on Facebook, right? Go to my YouTube channel. The link is somewhere in the description, and go to the Lessons in Awakening and find the video on how we create our reality. Because once you know how you create your reality, you're then going to have no problems with slowing down. And then you'll realize that these are all perceptions, perception of a lack of time, lack of energy, lack of money. It's just your perception. I'm also going to give you an affirmation. This is for Kerry, but it's probably good for everybody. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Try that one, Kerry. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. So to find the right balance is an interesting way that you worded that, but you can also just affirm, I live in balance. My life is in balance, and make sure that you're physically in balance. So you might want to just practice some balance exercises, and emotionally balanced by observing your emotions and not becoming them. Mentally balanced, we're multidimensional beings. That's Lessons in Awakening number 1. So understanding all of that, and just nurturing your soul so that your soul is in balance as well. So yeah, I don't know whether that's helped, but I hope it has resonates at all. Thank you, Simona. I appreciate your feedback. Hello, Tracy. Hello, beautiful soul. Soul perspective. I mean, giving the soul a voice. Yes, definitely. It's okay. I scrolled by accident and it removed the comments. Nothing to worry about. Good. I'm glad about that. Hi, Tanya. Oh, we were going to do a reading before, weren't we? Hi, Deborah. How nice to catch you live. I didn't even know you can stream on many platforms at the same. I know. I'm so up with the tech, aren't I, Tanya? It doesn't always work for me, but yeah. Let me know, Tanya, if you wanted a reading. Thanks, Deborah. I've had a large business consultant approach me with potential web design work, and also I am using AI to create music and films and books and all kinds. So yeah, my comfort zone is my job, pretty limiting. Okay. Kerry, what's Kerry got to say? Yes, I've not done yoga for a long time. Thank you. Yeah, it's simple, isn't it? It's understanding everything I've felt lately. It's understanding, Kerry, that because that's why I love yoga so much, because we know that the word yoga actually means the coming together of mind, body, and soul. But when you understand that your physical body, your human body, is a physical representation of your other dimensional aspects. So your emotional body, your mental body, and your soul are all creating the physical. So when you have, love and peace in your heart, then that is going to be healthier for your body. When we think about love and peace, our body is strong. When we think about war and hatred and resentment, our body goes into contraction, and that makes our body weak. This is all, I love the book Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins. He talks a lot about this. So when you're in a state of contraction, like say you feeling the anger, instead of observing the anger and not becoming it, because you can observe the anger from a place of expansion and love and just observe it. Whereas if you become angry, you're then putting your whole body into a state of contraction, and the universe is expanding and we want to expand with it. And we can't expand and grow when we're in a state of contraction, which is why we want to maintain that feeling and state of love and peace, because then we're doing everything from a state of expansion, if that makes sense. And then we understand that in those emotions and those thoughts, the higher frequency thoughts, like the world is a safe place, and I love the process of life and things like that, then that keeps us keeps our mental energy body at a high frequency, and then we can keep the emotional body at a high frequency, and then those two together are what creates the physical body. And then your physical body is going to be healthier. You know, very often when we find, you know, illness and disease and tumors and things like that, very often it's trapped emotions of resentment and bitterness and anger, you know, and things like that. We know that anger gets stored in the liver and can cause liver failure. You know, we've got fear in the bladder and in the kidneys. You know, we've got sorrow and grief in the lungs. You know, the emotions get stored in different parts of the body, and they weaken it because that's all low frequency. Whereas when we can fill every cell of our body through our intention, through our practice, whether it be yoga or breath work, we inhale and we understand that that's our life force going to every cell of our body. It's who we are, who we really are, which is love. And we're inhaling it. In every now moment, we can inhale love and send it to every cell of our body. It's realizing that that's going to plump your whole body up with expansion. Not hopefully with fat, but with expansion of consciousness. And so that's, you know, understanding that the emotions and thoughts are actually creating your physical body, because it was Bruce Lipton that said your biography becomes your biology. Your life events and the emotions that you feel about them and the thoughts that you have about them are what are creating your physical body, your biology. So that's why it's so important to reframe past events and perceive them from a different perspective so that we can attach to them more positive emotions. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Anyway, just a few balance exercises, Kerry. You don't have to go to town on it. I'm just seeing. Thank you. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Yes, Kerry, yay, that's the one. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. I love this affirmation. When you say this affirmation, I have to say everything 3 times, you know. Say this affirmation and really mean it, and look around you and see that you do have everything you need and more, right? Because that is what's going to expand you with the frequency of abundance. Having everything you need and more is abundance, agreed? So when you can say this affirmation and it be in alignment with it, then you have the frequency of abundance in the cells of your body, which means that you're going to create in your holographic projection that you're calling life. You can create from that frequency of abundance, and then you will literally live in a world of abundance because you've created it within. As within, so without. Second Hermetic principle. Sorry, I got a bit excited there because I like that affirmation so much. I'd love to ask something to a card about my business not having gone well this summer so far, and I'm not sure which steps to take. I feel quite stuck. I think parts of my comment didn't post. So weird. Oh, okay, interesting. Let's take a card for Tanya then. Right, I'm going to actually, thank you. I haven't looked at them yet. They're face down. You've got 2 cards that came out. I'm going to just query the word business, because like I just said to, who was I talking to earlier on about business? Simona, I think it was. Business, look at the word busy, busyness. Do you want to be busy? Working. Okay, words are spells. Words have energy. We are creating our future also with the frequency of the words that we're using. I don't like the word business for a number of reasons. One of them is because it's saying busyness. I don't want to be busy. Who wants to be busy? I want to be chilled, whether I'm working or not. So, but the other reason I don't like the word business, yes, I'd love to be busy working. Well, then you're going to be busy working all your life. No, you want to be playing, surely, but and getting your abundance from it. You see, the universe doesn't know the difference between work and play. Us humans have created this division between work and play, and the universe just knows frequency. And the universe just knows you following your heart to do what it is that you came here to do, because we all have spiritual gifts. And the secret is to use your spiritual gift. It's not a secret, right? Use your spiritual gifts. If you need money, if you need to make money, like most of us, then you can charge for your spiritual gifts. It's not a problem, you know. It's not about whether you charge or not. It's about using your spiritual gifts. But the other thing about business, remember that business is very money orientated. It's all about making as much money as possible. Whereas we've just been talking about the fact that your frequency is what is creating your reality, not your bank account. So you could run yourself ragged making money, but you're just lowering your frequency. And then that's why you're feeling stuck, because you're creating more of the same, because you're so obsessed with having to make that amount of money. If you want to free yourself up, it's about following your heart and doing what feels good, and using your divine gifts wisely. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. So this is about, yes, racing forward. He is going fast. So this is actually, usually with this card, we say slow down. Because look, he's galloping. You don't need to be going that fast. Just slow down. Of course you want to help people. We all want to help people. But you have to help yourself first. It's like that oxygen in the aeroplane. We know that. You can try and put the oxygen mask on other people, but if you do it, I don't know what feels good anymore. Okay, but if you're too busy helping other people and you're not focusing on yourself, then you're actually helping other people from a place of depletion. So you can help one or two people, but that's it. But if you put your oxygen mask on first, take a deep breath, feel the strength that you have, and then from that place of overflow, from that place of strength, you can then help the people next to you. You can help them quicker and better, because you're coming from a place of overflow. You're coming from a place of expansion. And then once you've helped them, you can help other people and other people and other people. So we can help more people when we serve ourselves first. And that's not selfish, because there is only you creating your reality. That's one of my Lessons in Awakening. Check out Lessons on Awakening. You're on Facebook, but check out the link to my YouTube channel and check out the Lessons in Awakening. And there's one called There Is Only You. And there is only you creating your reality. Everything outside of you is a holographic projection of a part of you. So looking after yourself is the most important thing you could do for yourself. It really is. So he's saying slow down. And this card, the Six of Cups, Tanya, it is a happy village card. So there is an energy of community about this card, but there's also an energy of nostalgia. This card comes up when you're being asked to look at the past. And there's also an energy of children. Now, this can be inner child healing that you need. Or it could be if you have your own children, it's asking you to spend more time with them or to listen to them. Or it could be about being more childlike and playful and bringing some more fun into your working life. So one of those three, definitely something to do with children, and something to do with the past. So there is definitely a slow down, and I would say this is a slow down and reflect moment. And probably there is some inner child healing work that needs to be done. What I can't do now, but I do is soul readings. I miss community and what I had in Argentina. No own children yet, but I'd love to have some when I have a partner. Okay, well, you can have the children when the time is right, I'm sure. But one of the things I do, Tanya, and is a soul profile reading. It's an Akashic record reading of your soul, and we find out because I'm responding to what you said about I don't know what feels good anymore. Hi, Christina. The Akashic record reading of your soul is we find out what characteristics and divine gifts your soul came here to experience and express in this lifetime, and what your soul how your soul wants to live in this lifetime. So That would be a really good idea. You can contact me privately and we can you can book that in, or you can go to my website, deborahjanesutton.com, and book a soul reading there online. But I think you're local as well, aren't you? So if you wanted a local session, then you can send me a message and we can arrange it at the Garden Retreat, although the Garden Retreat is closed for the summer now. But in September, we will open again. But the soul reading could be a good idea for you because it will just give you some idea as to what characteristics and strengths. It's like what strengths you have, what strengths you came here to experience and express in this lifetime. Because at the end of the day, oh, you're not local anymore. Okay, so we can check out online. What our purpose in life is just to be who we came here to be. But because we're so programmed, we forget who we really are. And we forget also, we sometimes feel like our gifts work against us, as we're growing up. So it's good. The soul profile would help you remember the strengths, the gifts, the characteristics that you came here to express and share with other people. Because it's like Pablo Picasso said, the meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. And so it's really important to understand what you came here to share with others. And then we can put that with a card reading as well, and help you find clarity on your path going forward using the characteristics and the gifts that your soul profile comes up with. So that probably would help. But at the moment, the cards are saying chill and take it easy. I think that's been pretty much the same message for everybody, I think, hasn't it? Because, with work, it's not about, all the marketing and the advertising. It's about resonance. The people will come when they resonate with you. It's about resonance. It's not about marketing. It's not about even liking, disliking. It's not about platforms and getting out there. It's just about resonance. People will either resonate or not resonate. And the more authentic you are, the more people can resonate with you. The more you're authentically you, because everyone is so unique. I mean, we've got lots of people that do the same thing, right? But no two people do it the same. And so certain people will go to certain people. It's a resonance thing. So if you're being authentic with who you really are, then people will resonate. So I think it's about authenticity. So I do suggest a soul profile, but check out the website, deborahjanesutton.com. So Christina, hi Christina. I'm just going to pull one card now. Let's see what we have for Christina. Yay! Christina, you got Temperance card. It's Temperance is a major arcana, so it's very powerful, very spiritually guided, emotionally fulfilling. You've got the water going from one cup to the other. You've got the new dawn in the background. So there is something new coming in for you with this dawn. And the message with this card is patience, because the seeds have been planted. So I don't know what you've done, but you've already planted the seeds. And you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting for things to happen. So what we need to do is detach from our need to know when things are going to happen or how things are going to happen. Mike Dooley talks about the cursed howls. We're going to release the cursed howls. Don't worry about how things are going to happen or when they're going to happen. Just detach. You have already planted the seeds. That's what this card says. And so just be patient, because whatever's germinating, whatever's growing is going to grow. But we do have to detach from the outcome. That's the most difficult bit, isn't it? It's like, decide what you want to do, take the baby steps towards it, and then detach from wanting it. It's counterintuitive again, isn't it? Counterintuitive again. Okay, so thank you. love to everybody. Check out my website at deborahjanesutton.com. Check out the YouTube channel and the Lessons in Awakening. My first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, is free to download in PDF form from my website at Deborah Jane Sutton. The second book is available from Amazon. So if anyone is in England, I'm coming to England next week to give a couple of workshops, one in Lewes in Sussex on the 5th of July and one in Ramsgate in Kent on the 12th of July. And I will be at the fair in Birchington in Margate on the 13th, offering tarot card readings, soul readings, and emotion code. So come and find me if you're in England, in the southeast of England. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love to everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you next time. Bye for now.